This is your new favorite internet radio, Power 108.9.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on, answer it already! Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening. Looking to start your own radio show? Or maybe you'd like to be a guest on one of our current shows. You may even want to tell us what a great job we're doing or how we can do better. Simple solution. Email any requests, bookings, or suggestions to power108.9 at gmail.com. That's POWER108 period. Now let's get you back to the show. This is your new favorite.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator.
Yes.
It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously.
No.
And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
I am live, but I'm on the watch party live.
Yeah. The Unbroken experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before. I love you so much.
Cheers, cheers. We are here. And that means it is Thursday. And you are listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And you know I don't like to cheers by myself. I got my girl, Miss Queen of the Relationship Talk, Miss Lydia T. Hey, boo! How you doing?
Good.
I haven't seen your face.
I know, I miss you.
What you been doing?
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Somebody been on Do Not Disturb.
Yes, indefinitely.
Indefinitely. You said it was till January. I need you to return my phone calls and my text messages when I text and call. Oh,
okay.
Put me on a special ringtone. So we've got some good news on our kids, right? Mm-hmm. Share the good news on little minions.
So they're both in a gifted program, and they both got, well, with the exception of TJ, one grade, but they have all A's. TJ got an 88.
I was gonna say, no, don't say one grade. He got a little B. He got a little B. Don't be acting like he got a C or something.
These are unacceptable in my household.
They were unacceptable when I was growing up, but I don't make them unacceptable as long as hard work is being done.
No, they're
but
unacceptable.
My little minions got honor roll as well. Yay. And so we got to take them out to celebrate.
Yes.
Because it is expected and is required.
Yeah.
However, not every child is doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard sometimes, especially in today's world where I don't know how much education is as much of the household, as much as sports and everything else outside of that. So congrats to the minions in the Tunstall and the Buchanan household. We got to give a birthday shout out to our girl, Iso, whose birthday is tomorrow.
Yes,
happy birthday. We love you. Yes. And we are going to celebrate with you when you return. And I have to give a special shout out to Miss Sade, who's 61 years old today. I am, displaying my inner Sade today with my ponytail and my red lip.
Yes.
So we've got a great show for everybody, right? We're going to talk about some of the trending news that's been going on with some of our celebrity couples. Of course, your Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, Justin Timberlake. And Jessica Biel has some news going on. I want to talk about Dwayne Wade. But not Dwayne Wade and his relationship, but, with his 12-year-old son. And that, because I didn't get a chance to talk about that because I kind of think was over the break. And then we're going to get into that good and bad of double standards.
I'm ready.
Yes. Are double standards good or bad? Let me know. Leave us a comment and let us know, what do you think about double standards? And of course, we've got that 7:30 crazy at the 7:30 hour, and of course that What Would Sin Say at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. And you make sure you stay tuned in and make sure you share the live studio version. And tag folks and all of the above. So make sure you stay tuned in. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we'll be right back. Test. Oh, test,
it doesn't sound the same.
Test. There we go.
Where?
We don't normally have to do that hard labor.
Right.
You usually do
you
that
normally
for
take
us.
care of us. Today's a little different.
What's so different? I don't appreciate.
No, I can hear myself.
So what we did was,
yes, go ahead and mute. So they're just gonna know it on our lives.
Test. Ooh. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sound good to me. Whatever you say. Hey. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Royce. Hey, brother. Hey, y'all. What happened? Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this because I can't. All right, all ready.
I can't. Who am I listening for?
Did you share on your Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no. I did the other one. No, do you talk about his?
Uh-huh.
No, I'll do it after. He's supposed to copy and paste it.
What in the world is going on?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what RJ doing on there. I don't know what she doing.
Oh.
Hey, Ray. Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And I'm so glad to be right back with you all. We're going to get right into this conversation. Another shout out to the one and only Sade. I love her.
Thought you were going to say me. I'm sorry.
You know what? It's your birthday. Not yet. Almost. Okay, so I want to get into some conversation of some of the relationship trending news that's been going out there since maybe end of December to present day. But before we do that, I want to know, ma'am, outside of your do not disturb indefinitely, what was
I'm drunk.
ghetto. Did you set any New Year's resolutions or any, like, not necessarily resolutions, but this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm on in 2020.
Yes. I feel like I didn't set any New Year resolutions.
Okay.
Because I feel like we should constantly be setting resolutions for different issues or goals that we set. Mm-hmm. But I have set some boundaries.
Okay, like what?
Well, for one, the do not disturb indefinitely.
What made you do that?
You know, a lot of times, like, when anyone outside of myself, like, you're in the process of doing something, whether it's you're trying to cook for the family or spend time with your kids or hang with your girls or whatever, we're so caught up in technology. Mm-hmm. If you and I are trying to spend time together to catch up, you know, my phone is pinging or someone's calling me or I'm going to social media. So putting my phone on do not disturb allows me to be present in the moment. And I literally don't look at my phone until I remember, like, oh snap, I haven't checked my phone in 4 hours, and then I'll look for it.
What about when the kids are gone or at school?
So I have it on do not disturb indefinitely. I completely wiped out my favorites, and they're on my favorites of the kids, both of their cell phones, Tom's cell phone, and both of their schools.
So those can come through.
Those will come through.
Oh, okay. I like that. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm pretty good at not answering my phone or text.
I can't. If I see a text or a phone call, I have to answer in that moment. It doesn't matter.
Where do you think that stems from?
Traumatic childhood.
And like what kind of, like, what goes through your mind? Like, oh, let me answer their call.
It could be an emergency. Something could have happened. They may need me. Mm-hmm. So I have to answer. Even if it's somebody like I don't mess with like that.
Right.
If they text me or if they call me, I have to respond in that moment. I just can't. I don't know why. It bothers me. I can't let it, like, sit if I see it.
So when you first started the do not disturb, was it, like, hard at first?
It wasn't hard for me because I realized how much time I was spending on my phone.
Wow.
Inside your phone, well, with iPhones, they have this area in your settings where you can limit the time that you allow your phone to go on social media. So my limit is an hour a day. Okay. So after an hour, it'll shut down. I don't have any functionality for it. Okay. Or anything.
Now, I could probably use some limits on that. Mm-hmm. I'll pretty much check it throughout the day, even though I use it a lot for business. So a lot of reasons that's why, and responding to, you know, things like that. But I still could do it as if when I go into an office. Mm-hmm. When I used to go into an office. Right. I check my voicemail at the beginning of the day, and I don't check it again until the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was how I did my time management. Always been good with time management. I will look at my phone and not answer it.
I can't.
If I'm working, if I have a deadline, if I need to take a nap, if I need to cook, like I will do all it without a problem.
It's a distraction for me, so I have to.
So you'll be like,
yeah, it'll be pinging or somebody will be calling or something, and I just answer it. I also don't have notifications on my phone for social media at all.
oh, that's good. I don't think I get any dings or anything, but I'd be like, ooh, let me go see
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. Okay, what other resolutions or plans?
Just to spend more quality time with the people that are dearest to me.
Okay, I feel like you do that though.
I know, but I need more of you, Syndy B.
Yes, me too. We still got our date tomorrow.
Yes, we still got a date
Okay.
tomorrow. Yes.
All right. Yes. I agreed. You know, with quality time, I'm looking more for more smaller
Yep.
rather than larger gatherings as well. Just more intimate, more intentional. Okay. So, do not disturb all your resolutions. I don't do resolutions. I just try to be better.
Yep, that's it.
That's it for
Yeah.
me. But I want to get into this trending relationship news with Justin Timberlake because I know how you are. So I definitely need to get your feedback. So
What did he do? You got to fill me in.
he has a movie coming up, and they're still filming. So there were some pictures that came out because you know he's married to Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
I think for almost 10 years. I think they got
It's
married.
been
in
that
2000
long?
Maybe not. Maybe it's 2015.
Okay.
And it's been a little minute.
Okay.
So pictures of him holding hands with his co-star as the words, this is quote, as she stroked his knee on a hotel balcony.
Was it a part of the movie?
It was not. They've been married 8 years. And so he recently came out, just recently, Jessica hasn't spoken on it, and apologized for making a very poor choice, embarrassing choice. He said, you know, let me make it very clear, nothing went beyond that. I didn't really like the stroke of the knee.
Yeah, I don't believe that. That's a high level of intimacy.
Yes.
Whoever knee I'm stroking, I'm physically stroking. Like, for real. I'm not stroking anybody. My baby, yes. A man, if
Right.
I'm stroking his knee, I've already stroked
Right.
his
Like
pipe.
that's
Like,
or we've kissed or something.
yeah.
Like
and if I kiss, we went all the way. I'm not just kissing and stopping. Like,
Right, where
we've done everything at that point.
right.
Yeah.
I just want to, so my first question would be, why are you in the hotel in the first place?
That's my question.
And this is, and in my opinion, this is how people get caught up thinking, oh, we co-stars. Let me just roll on up there real quick.
But why was she rubbing his knee?
She probably single. She probably want him. She was rubbing his knee for a reason.
He looked like he might have a nice piece.
He might. I don't know. But with all that said,
Yeah, that was totally inappropriate.
so I think that was completely inappropriate. If Shorty, Coach Buchanan, and I got some pictures,
Ma'am?
ooh, a girl would be livid.
Mm.
Would be livid. What would you say? The time. I already know the New York will come out. I already
Okay.
know. I don't even know why I even asked you
All
that.
the way.
Okay. So the next thing, of course, is the trending topic of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, with them separating or stepping down full time as, you know, with their royal duties. How far would you go in your relationship to please the other person? Let's say that you are Prince Harry family money. And Tom is like, man, I'm missing my homeboys. I'm missing my folk, you know, and I got all these rules and all of that. And you're like, would you step down?
I would.
You would?
Yeah. Because you don't want to take away, I would never want to take away the things from the person that I'm doing life with, the person that I love, the person I'm married to, the things that are fulfilling to him. I have no right to take that away. And if that is what comes with being married to me is, then I would have to make that decision because he would not be happy.
But didn't he sign up for that?
Yeah, but you don't truly know what you're getting into until you actually are living it. Like, just like the people that date before they have sex, right? And then, so you're falling in love with this person, you get married, and then honeymoon night, he got a little penis.
Right.
We're annulling it. Like, I'm leaving. I'm gone.
But I thought you were in love.
No, I was in love emotionally. That it's not a one size fits all. So,
oh, now that's wrong. Now
it doesn't work for me. So I gotta go.
There might be some alternative. Maybe you can strap on. Or
no. Oh no. No. That is
but
a
you
negative.
love him.
No, I thought I did. I changed my mind. It's still early.
So there's
no.
It's a no. I really don't know what I would do.
It'd be a hard decision though, because it's kind of like he's flaking out on his culture, his family.
That's what I mean. So it's like, okay, so there's certain aspects that I think are a bit much, because a lot of them are ritual and things not necessarily of your heart, just things that are traditional, right?
Right.
And I can't remember how long they were dating before they
got married.
Before they got married. But I don't know if there was a scenario where she could kind of get a feel of the life
right
before they met, because she may have been able to experience any of that. And I don't know. I feel like he must have already wanted that, because he had to, because if he was like, I mean, this is my family. I mean, this is what I know. This is what I love. What do you want me to do? Leave my family?
Right. But if you think about it, he was always like the rebellious one. He always challenged the status quo.
He is his mother's child.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I truly feel like he is somewhat traumatized behind what happened to his mom.
Mm-hmm.
So that has a lot to do with.
And that's like. He is his mother's child.
Right.
And we know that Princess Diana changed the game and kind of set the tone going forward to kind of push the status quo of the royal family.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And divorce.
Bam.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We thought that shook up the game. Now here come Prince Harry.
Okay.
Shaking it up even more.
Exactly.
Keep the tradition going strong. But also in the same sense, they are not stepping out on their own like us regular folks would. Mm-hmm. If we were parting from our family, we let you better get your backpack and that one little outfit and make it work with the struggle.
Exactly.
So I was reading up on them, and really, with all the monies that come from various places, from his mom, from his grandmother's estate, and a few other things that just won't go away, they kind of leave with close to $40 million to work with.
I'm gone.
We good. We good. We can make that. We can make that thing happen. Shout out to Accord and My. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Okay, when we come back, I do want to touch on Dwayne Wade and his 12-year-old son Zion. I want to talk about how do we handle the challenges with our children. When we come back, you're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They can hear me
on your phone.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Renee. So if you're listening, hey, Gene Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. If you're listening and you know the story of Dwayne Wade, I want to hear you all's point of view and perspective on, and I'll get the number for you all. But his son Zion is 12 years old, and I think it may not all the way, but identifying as a female, as Dwayne in an interview kind of used the pronouns her and she. Mm-hmm. And I just want to know if you have experienced your child or family member's child that has either come out very young, is having identifying with a gender that's different from their birth. What are your thoughts? What do you think that you would do? Let me know. Okay, you can turn me off.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-off, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Cred?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yeah. The Unbroken experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before. I love you so much. What is wrong with you? I can't do this anymore. You know that you go explore. Go ask your mother, you crazy. You know crazy like the 730 crazy. You know this is supposed to be like. This say come through, help you out. This is what it is, cause you know you need it right now. You in tune to the best of the best. From the east to the west, yeah, she hold it down. This is Syndy B.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Got to give a shout out to my minions who are tuning in. I'm going to put them to bed before we get into some real good conversation. Hi, Zay. Hey, Sin.
Hey, Sin and Zay.
Yes. All right, we've got a caller on the line. Who's calling?
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going? It's Eddie. What's up?
Hi, Eddie.
Your favorite engineer.
That's right. How are you?
So I just wanted to call in real quick. I'm listening on the other side of the airways. Just want to let you know I love y'all.
We love you
love
too.
You. Congrats on the 2020 breakout show last episode.
Thank you.
And I got your intro for Sin Says coming on the way.
That's what I'm talking about. We miss you. We hope we see your face soon.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Okay, and anyone else, make sure you call in. Any topic that we are discussing, any questions that you have, make sure you call in 678-383-2339.
That's 678
233-383. Sorry. 678-383-2339. Okay, so let's get back into it. Dwayne Wade, his son, 12-year-old son, Zion. I don't know how long this has been going on, but it's just been on my radar within the last couple of months where I don't know if the son has come out or anything. I haven't read anything like that, but obviously he has to them personally.
Yeah.
So there was a family picture that they took recently. That's what caught my eye.
On the stairs?
On the stairs. And, you know, he had that
crop top.
That crop top showing his little belly button. And then I think Dwayne had a interview with Oprah, I think, where he addressed Zion as her or she. So what are your thoughts on that first before I get into other parent challenges?
I feel like it will be tough, but if, God forbid, if my child identified as a sex other than what they were born, is one thing. But to call them another sex is something completely different.
Right. Explain.
So if he identifies as wanting to appear like a girl,
okay,
that's his personal preference, but he is a boy.
Okay.
Scientifically.
Okay.
He's still a boy, so that doesn't mean that you have, if they want to embrace the idea that he wants to dress like a girl,
sure,
that's their prerogative, right? Prerogative. But addressing him as a girl, I feel like is further damaging because he's not a girl.
Well, I feel you on that. My thing is, I don't think Dwayne has any experience and knowledge, and he's just getting in this whole, scenario and trying to be as sensitive as possible. I don't think he would have called his son he or she or her, if they hadn't discussed that already. He's 12. So I would think that he kind of knows, like, I feel like I want to be called a she.
So here's the thing. He's 12.
Yes.
We allow our kids the autonomy to make certain decisions, but not every decision. He can't make the decision for his parents to address him as a girl. When he goes to the bathroom, he has a penis. He is a boy. If he identifies as being a girl and they want to embrace that, that's their business. But you're confusing the child, in my opinion, by addressing him as a girl. He is a boy.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think, now if Dwayne has some history in this, then that's different. But I don't think he would have come to that on his own. I feel like his son came to him.
Right.
And said, I would like to be called.
That's what I'm speaking to. The son doesn't have the autonomy to make that decision. If he wants to identify as a girl and he wants to be addressed as a girl, they can give him a nickname, but calling him or her, it's an oxymoron. He is a boy. So even if he wants to be...
technically speaking.
Yeah, technically speaking. And secondly, when do we give our children the liberty to dictate how things are going to go? We give them the autonomy to make decisions, right?
Right.
And make mistakes, and they'll learn from them. But TJ can't tell me, Mom, call me Tierra, or refer to me, refer to me. And when you're talking about me, talk about me in a way and you say her. Like, you see how that sounds?
No, I'm trying to.
Like, yeah, Mom, so when I come home, call me Tierra.
You be like, I ain't calling you no damn Tierra.
I'm not calling you what I can't say on this radio.
Now, whatever the hell you want to call yourself when you're out this house is on you. So I feel that, right?
So wearing pink and girl clothes and stuff like that is one thing, right? But for me to address a child that identifies as one thing and embracing it is completely different. You can embrace it, but it's confusing because he's still a boy. So if what's his name?
Zion.
If Zion wants to be called Zakia, and we agree with that as a family, then here's Zakia.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna address him as a her. Because he's not a her. He identifies as a girl, and he wants to be respected in that regard. He wants to be called Zaraya, Zakia, and we'll do that for comfortability if that's what the family chooses to do. But I'm not going to address him as a her.
Okay. I mean, I get it on both sides. I understand how, you want to be as accommodating as possible to make sure they're not hiding it from you. They're strong in who they are and owning who they are, but also the reality of it all. Technically, your she self can't go into the girl's bathroom.
You cannot.
So I get you on that. I think it's a very tough thing, and I commend them for handling it. Coming from where from black homes and where he's from and his upbringing. I'm not sure where Gab is from, and then the son's mother. I'm not sure where they're from. But I feel like they're handling it in a way that is better than probably most.
I think it's a little extreme because even I'm not against embracing it, but my 12-year-old daughter wouldn't be wearing crop tops. With your belly out.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
So it's a little extreme. I'm like, they're overdoing it a little bit. Like this little boy is 12 and he has to have boundaries.
My
12-year-old's not wearing makeup.
Right.
My 12-year-old's not wearing long fingernails. And my 12-year-old's not wearing crop tops.
This is true. Now, when I saw the crop top, I was thinking that, maybe some people were not necessarily talking about, he might be a kind of way or whatever. But the fact that speaking of double standards, would you let your daughter wear a crop top?
No.
Their daughter. I'm talking about them.
Right. At 12, right.
Yeah, speaking of double standards, I don't think that you would allow her to wear a crop top.
Right.
So therefore, whomever he identifies as, he can't wear a crop top either.
No, not at
short
12.
skirt, short shorts, and all of that.
Right.
All of the above. We've got a caller. Thank you for calling the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. Who's calling?
Hey, Syndy B.
Hi, who's this?
This is Tasha. What you doing?
Hi, Tasha.
I just want to tell you how much I love the show, love what you're doing, love your energy, love everything about it.
Thank you, Tasha. You know I love you.
Thank you, my sad sister. Keep up the excellent work, Syndy.
Thank you. No, I really appreciate you even taking the moment to even call and say that. I thank you so much, Tasha. Okay, and I got to give a shout out to, hey, Mama Gladys, how are you? I'm glad you're tuning in. It's been a little minute. Okay, when we come back, we are going to jump into the good and bad of the double standards, but we've got that 7:30 crazy coming up for you. First, you're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back. Hey, Sarah. Hey, James. Hey, Willie Mae.
Why?
Hey, Honey Bunny. Hey, Dee.
Lord. Yeah, but no, they're a little extreme with it. But...
You know what? I can't stand y'all. I can't.
You're not. I can't. You are crazy. But no, Sid, for real, they're dragging it.
Yeah.
I'm like, but my 12-year-old is not wearing a belly shirt.
Yeah.
That's a negative.
That's true.
You still have to have boundaries.
Yeah. That's true. And actually,
we weren't talking.
She like, don't put all my business out there. Her people can hear.
Oh no! Oh, my phone, the limit has reached the hour.
See?
I ignored it. I know. I ignored it.
Which one is this? Is this Zay or Sin? I need to do that. I need to go to bed.
Louis,
What time do you go to
when
bed?
we come back on, call in. Let me see the phone number, Sam.
I wish that I need to go to bed.
When we come back on, Louis,
When you start like winding
the
down.
phone number is 678-383-2339. If you want to join in, you can call in. It's 678-383-2339 when we go back on the air.
I need to do that.
Yep.
And see.
Turn it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Theo.
And here we go. crazy one more time.
Laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?"
Boy, you so crazy.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
You ain't seen no sign of him being crazy, deranged.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. It is time for that 7:30 crazy. You ready, Miss Lydia T?
I am ready.
Okay. This one kind of has me a little burned up a little bit. All right. This is from Sporting News. New Orleans TV station WDSU, citing a law enforcement source, reported Thursday that the New Orleans police department issued a warrant on a simple battery charge for Beckham's arrest. Yahoo Sports later reported the department sought a warrant on misdemeanor sexual battery, but the judge declined it. They accepted it after the NOPD rewrote it for simple battery. A video of the incident shows Beckham, a former Tigers and current Browns receiver, engaging an officer in LSU's locker following its 42-25 win over Clemson. The video shows Beckham slapping the officer's backside when he had his back turned. The officer turned around to verbally confront Beckham, but did not engage with him physically. The confrontation likely stems from the fact that police told LSU players following the game they could not smoke cigars in the locker room. Reports indicated police threatened arrest of players who did not stop smoking. Okay.
Wait, what were the charges?
Simple battery. First, it started off as a misdemeanor sexual battery, but the judge declined it. And then they rewrote it for simple battery. Is it 7:30 crazy in your opinion or not?
Yes.
Why do you think it's 7:30 crazy?
So
which part?
Wait, what was the first one again? I'm ADHD.
The
misdiagnosed.
You know what? I can't. You mean the first charge?
Yeah, the first charge.
Misdemeanor sexual battery for smacking him on the butt in the locker room.
That is crazy.
Okay, why do you think it's crazy?
Because men slap each other, like sports guys. They slap each other on the butt all the time. It's not sexual. It's not sexual.
I'm sorry. It was a dude. He slapped a dude on the butt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was
in the locker
woman.
room, though. No. Okay. So initially, I was like, why is the guy mad? He's in the locker room.
Right.
And it's a win. And, the adrenaline's running. And I see them smack each other's butts all the time.
All the time.
Okay. Until.
Uh-oh. Did he smack him from the back and then grab, like, underneath?
No. He didn't do all that.
Sexual.
Okay. No. Yeah. This is where I got burned up. Because I saw the video.
Uh-huh.
And first... So the police officer was security guard, excuse me. Because New Orleans police wanted to make sure everyone knew he was not a part of their division.
Okay.
So he's a security guard. He was, you could tell he was talking, and they weren't really giving him any respect, really. Mm-hmm. Odell throws something at him, like a piece of paper or something.
Oh yeah.
So he has his back turned. He throws something at him. So that right there shows a lack of respect.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you think it's stupid that he says that you can't smoke cigars or whatever, he said it.
Right.
Okay. And then it was like it wasn't a smack on the butt because we hype because of the win.
Right.
He did it out of total disrespect.
Okay.
And then he continued on taunting him like, what is it? Get the gat. What's
the gat? Like the gun?
Maybe the gun or something. I don't know. I don't know that kind of lingo. Mm-hmm. But I assume that's what it meant. Mm-hmm. And so now, you dummy, you're facing charges for something so stupid.
Right.
What burns me up, the 7:30 crazy is Odell, in my opinion. If you see that video, it is he's the 730 crazy. When these athletes or even people in high corporate or high celebrities or A-listers or whatever you want to call any position, but especially these people where the likelihood of anyone achieving those kinds of accomplishments is very small, and then you do something like that.
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
And so now you got to face this, and you've got people like Chad Ochocinco and other people who made one decision, and it could ruin your career for years, if not forever.
Right.
And so, Odell, I liked you before today, but you got on my nerves. You got on my last nerve today, and you are the 730 crazy, in my opinion. Think about your future. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk about double standards, the good and bad of it all. You are listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
If you're a content
I just saw the
creator,
video. I was trying to
social media
concentrate.
socialite,
Yeah, that was
influencer,
disrespectful.
Or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool
seriously.
for every type of
Okay.
content creator.
He definitely
it holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets,
seen that one coming at
allowing
all.
users
Say it
to
again.
stream and
Let me see the
record
phone number.
hands-free on multiple apps.
So when we go back,
and it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase
Isaiah said, "Stop talking bad about Odell before you get mossed." I don't even know what that is unless it was a typo.
So when we get into these topics, guys, and you want to join in,
you can't hear me right now, right?
I'm writing.
That's okay. When we come back, I'm gonna address him.
Join in. Oh my God! I can't. I know she was Thursday.
Whatever.
Somebody
Don't start. Don't start. I'll beat you. Oh my gosh! When I
that's the number, Louis.
I saw this when I was looking for like relationship, for a trending topic. I was like, no, that's the 730 crazy.
Yes, like what is wrong with him?
We
gonna run out of time. Yeah, I thought it was a female cop. I mean, it's a male cop. I mean, well, not a cop, but still.
But still,
he was an authoritative figure in that situation.
And then earlier, either that day or earlier, whatever, he put a wad of money in the LSU player's hand. I'm like, you should just sit down somewhere because then you could.
How old is he?
Odell? I don't know.
He sounds. Oh, okay. But, I mean, that's no excuse, but he sounds like he's really young, behaving like that. Yes, very immature.
And so the thing is, now they're trying to say that trying to cover it up because they can't accept money.
Right. Hey,
Tima. Trying to say that it's fake money, but now you put this boy in a position where he's got to prove.
Hi, Pam. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
All right, we're ready. Oh, he cute. Wait, that's him right there.
You know who Odell.
No, I don't know. Like
he's been on stuff.
Yeah, he all right. He nice looking. Oh no. Oh no. It's a done deal. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I can't with y'all.
I know.
I'm ready.
I do too.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Give a shout out to all my listeners today, all my senseis. How y'all doing? Make sure you all call in, talk to me. Anything we're talking about, any questions, any comments, make sure you dial in 678-383-2339. Hi, darling. I don't know which child that is that's saying hello to me in the comments.
Right.
But Isaiah, I heard you. He said, my son said, stop talking bad about Odell before you get mossed. What's his name? Who? What Moss? Randy Moss?
Who's that?
That's a football player, right?
Oh, that's not the guy from American
Retired.
Idol?
You know what?
Oh, Randy Jackson. Okay, Randy Jackson.
Wow. At least knew it was some sport related. You so silly. Hey, Zay and Sin. Okay.
We know Lydia phone turn off at 7 p.m., so she don't know nothing.
Not a thing, okay. All right, so let's get into double standards. Do you like double standards?
I do not. I don't.
You don't like double standards?
No.
What you don't like about them?
It's not fairness. It's not justice.
Okay, but when has double standards worked in your favor?
I don't know if it ever has.
Probably with your husband.
Let me think. Give me a scenario.
Double standards. I don't know.
It doesn't work in our favor. It does not work in our favor.
I don't know. I feel like I know both of us, right?
Right.
And I know what we require of our husbands
Yeah.
because they are men.
Yes.
And I feel like that's when the double standards work in our favor. Not outside of our unit, our family unit.
I can't think, Sin. What I don't. Has it worked in my favor before?
Would you go Dutch on a date?
Yes.
You would go Dutch? Oh, that's
Yeah.
that New York lifestyle, though.
Yeah.
I don't come from that.
No.
No.
I never was like that. I think that's one of the things. Wait, so Dutch mean like, will I pay for my dinner?
You
and
split
he
the
pay
bill.
for his dinner?
Yeah.
No, well, I didn't do that, but I would, when we were courting, I would pay for his dinner.
No,
when
not
we
that. Because I do believe when I really am into someone, I don't need them to pay every time that we go out.
Right,
I want them to feel like that I can do for them as well.
Yeah.
But that we got to get to a certain point.
Well, you know my story. I ain't really.
Yes, we know she been with two people
Hey,
in
hey,
her
hey,
whole
hey,
life. She been with
Sin,
boy one and boy
I'm
two.
done with you. I'm so done with you.
RJ says, exactly, I want to pay sometimes too. Yeah, RJ, we know that you are just a giver. Lyd, you're a giver. I'm a giver as well. However, speaking of RJ, one of the things that she taught me.
Hey, RJ.
Lyd says, hey. One of the things that she taught me, anyone who knows me knows, Mommy taught me how to be a lady. She put the foundation in me. RJ, I don't call her that, but RJ taught me how to be a woman and how to, in this world out here in Atlanta alone, how to, make it. And she used to have me out and about. And although she taught me that, there should never be a man around you that's allowing you to buy your own drinks and food if they're trying to have conversation. However, what she did teach me was, but you should always be able to pay your own way.
Absolutely. 100%.
Exactly. So, I've never been in that position, to where if I did go out on a date, I knew that I could pay my way if I needed to. Let me say that. Okay. I think double standards are good and bad.
I don't think they work in our favor.
I think it works in my favor in my house.
Yeah, of course. Maybe.
In my house.
I'm trying to think how could it work for me? I don't know. I'm having a blind moment right now.
Well, okay, so let's take double standards in the roles of a husband and wife.
Wait, let's talk about the nasty stuff like single people.
Like what? You want to talk about
like you want to talk about double standards as a marriage?
Okay, but what you think
no,
about
just like in general, the way that society deems stuff.
Yeah, like what?
So if a male is slinging pipe,
yep,
he's the man, right?
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
But if you want to sling a little pink puss,
right,
you're a hoe.
Okay, so I have that when we were talking about sexual choices, our choices as women. So now, what's her name with the Amber Rose? She's got that.
She got blonde hair.
Right. Blonde but no hair.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know who she is. See,
That's
I be thinking I don't know.
She know a little something. RJ said, Lyd want to get nasty. She always does this. This why it always just gotta be me and her so she can get it out her system. And we always have so much fun, talking about our kitchen table talk, how we usually talk on a lower level.
Right.
We really get into it.
We
really get into it.
Right.
But sexual preferences. So Amber Rose has that slutty walk or something like that, and it's basically, owning our sexual choices. Mm-hmm. So when I was, how I was raised, the ladies are ladies. You close your legs, and you don't do all that, and et cetera, et cetera. But when guys do it, it's acceptable.
Yep.
Now, I still feel there's a certain way to do it, or at least a certain age.
Absolutely. Like,
I would not want my daughter out there accepting her sexual choices at a young age.
What do you mean?
At minimum, high school. Through high school, you got to be a virgin.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But
it's like my nieces and stuff. I'd be like, if I can just get them through high school, I'll be happy, you know. So I think that I never really think about it with my son, and that there's a double standard right there.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we have to receive. We have to take it. And there's so much. Yes, Michael.
Since you talk about double standards, I have one. It's very personal to me, and I don't know that I can't believe that I am telling everybody on the Unbroken experience. But Syndy, you make me feel comfortable, and I can express my feelings.
Yes, please.
As a male, I will admit when I'm at home,
okay,
and I piss.
Oh,
okay.
Lord.
I sit down.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, you did say that before.
You don't want to get the toilet wet?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. That's good consideration.
Exactly.
And you're married.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And it for me, it made a lot of sense.
Yes, thank
because
you.
it keeps the bathroom clean.
Yes. And we want to keep
because
it
as much
clean
as we
possible.
say, as much as men say, oh, if you tinkle on the toilet, you're gonna wipe it off. No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're gonna leave it right there. And I forget, there was some meme that went around. Dog, I'll come back to it if I can remember. But I don't want my daughter doing all them escapades before. If I can have her hold out.
Do you want your son to?
I don't. I'll say this. I don't have as much weight on it as I have my daughter.
That's a double standard.
It is, and I think it's probably some weight on it because of society. It's probably some weight because she could be pregnant. She could get pregnant. Mm-hmm. Now I don't want my son, if he out there just slanging it either and treating women disrespectfly either.
Right, but that's not a cause and effect. Just because he's slinging it doesn't mean that he might necessarily be treating somebody.
I think that it is at a certain age, only because of the age of the woman that he would be seeing. Mm-hmm. She's not gonna want the young lady, the girl.
Right.
She's not gonna want him out there slinging it like that. You already know.
Yeah, but I would want TJ to sling before he settled down, so that his significant other or wife to be will be satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, what they do when they grown, I don't want to know about it. My parents didn't necessarily know about it, at all. I think they thought I probably was a virgin until I got married the first time, and I let them think that too. I'm sure my daddy did not want to know. So, okay, so there's double standards, yes, with sexual choices, and I think that my husband would agree that's a double standard that he's going to live by.
Absolutely. Most dads would.
With a little sense in, now, I will say where the conversations that me and Sin have, because she's a young lady, I know I couldn't have with my parents, where we talk about dating. We talk about boyfriend and girlfriend, what that means. We actually have those conversations because I want her to feel comfortable, talking to me. Now, Sin, I ain't gonna put her business out there. Someone said, "Who do you think I am, Mom? I'm gonna need y'all to go to bed. Get off. This grown folk talk. Where's Daddy at? Get them off the phone. Listen, get off. Okay." So, all right. So, and I have conversations with Isaiah as well, but I want her to kind of be up on game a bit.
Right. Of course. Yeah. Yes. So what do you think about the double standard of teachers having sex with kids?
I think it's disgusting. Male or female.
Okay.
Male or female. Now, when I was in high school, there was this teacher, and then when you think about it, when you actually put a number to it, and they're right outside of college, they're only 21, and you might have a 17-year-old as a senior in high school. When you think about it like that, however, he was getting busy with a lot of the girls in our high school. A lot. Mm-hmm.
Wait, was he like 21?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was. He was like, I remember he was like 21.
I don't think they should put a 21-year-old in a high school as a teacher.
No, right? That's like temptation setting them up.
I mean, it really shouldn't be temptation, though, because he's 21 and they range between 14 and 18.
Oh, wait. Say it, Michael.
Now, I was just trying to reiterate the fact. Let's think about, 15, 16, 17-year-old boy that's having sex with his, teacher, his English teacher, is looked upon differently than the 17-year-old girl having sex with the older guy.
But it
double standard?
Yeah, that's a double
it's
standard.
definitely double. To me, it's both kind of gross.
Yeah.
Ugh. But when I do think about, I just feel like boys, they be looking real young. They be looking real young in high school, but the girls, they be so developed.
Yeah, that's still not an excuse. Let's
It's
talk
not.
about a different type of double standard.
Okay.
Right?
I'm nervous.
So,
What you about to
no,
say?
No. It's not anything nasty yet.
Hey,
But
Barbie.
anyway,
Hey, Gigi.
like in society, a lot of attention goes toward African American males that are absent from the lives of their children.
Okay.
And it's even a euphemism attached to it, deadbeat father. But nobody talks about the damages of an absent mother.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's a double standard.
Yeah. We had no. You had a guest, because I was on the morning show with you a year or so. Yeah, back in the day, and she had a nonprofit for
fatherless child or
motherless.
Motherless
It was the
child.
mother. Yeah. And a lot of people don't.
Yeah, but
acknowledge that.
society doesn't talk about that or highlight that. So the damages that we experience and see from an absent father, I feel like children that have an absent mother is magnified because as a child, not to say that it's okay for a dad not to be present, but the one person that you can rely on that's going to have your back and believe in you is your mother. But what happens if she's not there?
Yeah. So do you think, I don't know the statistics, of how many, mothers are absent or compared to fathers. Do you think it's because it doesn't happen as often?
No, I think that it's ignored because society has this way of protecting images. It's frowned upon for people to say that a mom is not a good mom. You know what I mean? But it's okay for people to acknowledge if a dad is not a good dad. So to take it a step further, how would those mothers feel if the child looks at them as a surrogate? Like, you was nothing but a surrogate. All you did was have me physically.
Ouch.
Okay?
That's tough. I think that
But why is it tough if that's the truth?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The child has to feel some kind of resentment. I feel like there's underlying resentment and hurt and anger for a child, especially if it's a daughter to a mother, to feel so disconnected from their biological mother. I want to talk about.
Wait. I want to know. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Why, you said biological mother when it came to mother. Why didn't you say that when it came to a father? It's the same exact thing.
Well, no, I'm just going off what you said when you were speaking of the surrogate, and when you were talking about mothers, only speaking of that. I want to talk about that some more.
Yeah.
Because when we come back, because I think for a child, whether it's a son or daughter to their mother or father, biological, for them to have such a defense up against their blood, they have some unresolved issues that they can't even get to the love, but the love never goes away, in my opinion. We're going to talk about that some more. I need y'all to call in, but that was good.
Yeah.
Go, girl. Yes. We're going to talk about that some more when we come back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
They lost me.
Do not disturb. Okay.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Cred?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
May 5th, 1993. Lily's diary. Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. We're listening to a little Aaliyah in here. Age ain't nothing but a number. I don't know. Can be, could be.
Right.
But happy birthday, Aaliyah. Rest in peace.
It's the
I don't know how
25th.
old she would be.
She was born in 79, so she would be 41.
Okay.
Her birthday.
Depending on when her birthday was.
Yeah, it's January 22nd or 25th.
So you better be a fan.
I was a number one fan. My sister
better-
was just talking about that the other day. She was like, remember when Aaliyah died and you were crying? I said, yep.
Oh my gosh. You know who I cried when they died?
Who?
You'll never guess.
Elvis. Oh, no. We wasn't. I'm sorry.
James Brown.
No.
James Brown died?
Girl, bye.
No, seriously. James
Yes, he
Brown?
been gone, girl.
Oh, really?
It's been a few years.
Okay.
I mean, not that long ago, but a few years. It was, and I always say this is because I was PMSing.
Oh, yes, the 16th.
But I cried when Big Pun died.
Boston. Bye.
I did. It was my freshman year in college.
Why?
I was like, Big Pun died.
No. Why?
Anyway, we love Big Pun. Whatever.
Yeah, I know, but not enough to cry.
No, it wasn't enough. That's why I was like, that's when I knew I was PMSing for sure. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back, but can I get an apology, please? When is Aaliyah's birthday?
Yeah, it's January 16th, 1979.
Okay, you tried it.
I stand
you
corrected.
Tried it.
First of all, y'all had me drinking this all night.
You know
right?
what?
So-
I ain't fooling with you today, Lydia. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Before we start with that What Would Sin Say, I have to give a shout out to a very great, I have some great supporters, but Etienne, I've never met her in person, and I'm just so grateful for your support. Hey, Philip. Hey, Barbie. All right, y'all. It's time for that What Would Sin Say when y'all slide up in them DMs with some questions and stuff. What you got for us, Michael?
Start with the nasty one.
I can't.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
My fiance is not a go-getter like I am. I'm used to hustlers in a legal way. That go getting grinded out type of guy. He seems very content on just getting by while I'm out here every day grinding. I love him, but it's kind of turning me off. Am I wrong for wanting him to be more?
Ooh, I'll let you go first, Lid.
Yes.
She's wrong or she's...
No, she's wrong for wanting him to be more. He's obviously showing her who he is. So it's on her to make the decision. If she can't live with his lack of ambition, then she probably need to find somebody else.
Well, I think it's wrong as
She
well.
can encourage him.
Well, this is the thing. You can't force the grind on people.
Yeah.
Like that's a person is either motivated, inspired by that to grind for something in particular, or you're just born that way.
Yeah.
You can't force that on people. Now, if he's being a lazy bum, that's different, but it doesn't sound like that. It just seems like I like my 9 to 5. Come on home and be done with it. Like, stop it already. I think that's a lot. Sorry, boo.
Hey, I've been dating this guy for a couple of months now. We're not in a committed relationship, but he has been asking for a commitment. I'm not afraid of commitment, but I have some hesitations that some things are not adding up with him in his job and his financial stability. Now, he claims to have a lot going on for him as an entrepreneur, making the upwards of a few $1,000s a week. Lord. But when his car broke down a few weeks ago...
Here we go.
He still hasn't been able to get it fixed, claiming that, you know what I'm going to do, shout out, I'm just going to buy me a new car.
Okay. No.
Which he hasn't done or even been looking for. Are these red flags?
Yes.
Run, girl, run. How long have they been together?
They just said a couple of months.
Girl, gone. This is
get you a new piece of meat.
He just trying to, flex, but ain't got nothing. Right. Keep it moving.
All right, check this one out. I'm in my late 20s. I am very frustrated that people think it is okay to talk about how skinny I am or how I need to eat. It's annoying AF. I don't know what that means. Is that some
as F-U-C-K?
Okay, thank you. I just want to snap TF out. I don't know what that means.
The F out
on everyone. Is that superficial? I know there are real life issues out there that I could be talking about, but this really does bother me.
I can speak to that because I was slim until I went through puberty at 16. And even now, present day, people be like, oh, girl, please, you can eat that. You skinny. And I look like... Don't call me skinny if you're not comfortable with me calling you fat.
Thank you. So
it's derogatory.
I feel like skinny shaming is just as bad as fat shaming,
absolutely.
But people don't look at it like that. I'm slim now, but I was skinny for God, and I would eat like a grown 300-pound man. I just couldn't put on.
I even took pills to try to gain weight when I was younger. I never told anybody, but I took pills to try to gain weight, and it just wouldn't come on.
Skinny shaming is a real thing, and you guys need to stop it. So no, there are some real major issues out there, but that's one of them in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, last question, Syndy B.
Okay.
It's not that nasty, Lydia.
Oh, Lord.
I went to dinner the other day with an old acquaintance that I had not seen in a while.
Okay.
That is around my dad's age, and I'm in my 20s. Everything was fine.
How old is Dad?
Everything was fine until we were leaving and stepped in the elevator where he grabbed me and basically tongued me down.
Dang.
Now, I played it off and pretended that it was welcome, but I was actually furious for the violations, and he is a known married man. He is well known in our community, so I don't want to make an issue about it, but I'm pissed to say the least. Dang. What should I do? Should I leave it alone?
Wait, she said she went in the elevator and he kissed her?
They were at dinner. Pay attention.
Ooh.
They I think okay.
He told you. Okay. Don't write me up.
I think they were old acquaintances, went out to dinner. He's like her dad's age. She's in her 20s.
In her 20s, yeah.
They were leaving, got in the elevator, and he basically like tongued her down.
Oh, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
And she said she, played it off, but
no, she shouldn't have played it off. She should have grabbed his nuts.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know about that part.
Yes.
That might have turned them on.
Exactly.
No, if she would have
really done
I'm not talking about in a passionate way. I'm speaking like
like for
him
real.
up in the corner like, don't you ever try me like that. Okay. It's a no. Did she kiss him back? Because you can't kiss yourself.
Oh, well, I guess so.
No, she said everything was fine to leave and basically tongue me down. I played it off and pretended
she played it off.
that it was welcome.
Yeah, see, then that's her fault then. She should have.
Okay, so I don't want to say that's her fault because he's wrong for that for not even. I mean, can I get a
right?
Can I get a movement?
Right, I get that, but she shouldn't have played it off if she was uncomfortable.
I'll say this. Sometimes in your 20s, I don't know how much in her 20s she is, but sometimes you don't know what to do.
Okay.
But speaking to all those young women or whatever age you are, don't let these men get away with it. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of it. And I think he's well known or something like that. Mm-hmm. So he probably been able to do that.
Tell him to extort him. Tell him, hey, listen, I need this condo in Midtown.
Okay. Hashtag Me Too movement is for real.
No, it is.
Them men get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. There are a lot of men. If I could go back in my 20s, I would sock them right in their face.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Mm-hmm. For for just trying it, just trying. And I'm talking about in business. I'm not talking about I'm just hanging out with you or something.
Right.
I'm trying to handle business, and you want to take me out. You want me to be your arm candy, and I'm over here. I'm young,
right?
So I'm young, and I'm trying to handle business. Like
right.
You should be like, you go, girl.
Exactly.
Getting on my doggone nerves. Hey, get on my nerves. Barbie said Oprah got an answer for that. Oprah all over the place, rubbing a lot of people wrong. Russell Simmons.
What?
Because she's really doing a lot of interviews on the Me Too movement.
So what happened with Russell Simmons?
So he was accused of sexual assault and things like that, and he came out and said, I've made some poor decisions in my life, but sexual assault is not one of them.
Right.
But she went and did an interview, I guess, with one or two women who accused him without coming to him, and they're supposed to be kind of cool.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So that a lot of people are saying that she's really coming out and like. It's almost like she's against black men.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't look at it that way, because you have to remember her experience. She was raped. She was molested. So she's probably trying to be that. Right. She's very sensitive to it. She's probably trying to be that voice for people that experience that.
Going through that.
Even recently, like just speaking to people, not to get off topic, but I found out that, very close people to me have been like raped and molested, like as recently as today. I just found this out. And you'll just be surprised at how many women that you may know have experienced this and never talk about it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like a lot of women have been assaulted in some kind of way, maybe not all the way raped, but assaulted in some kind of way, because these guys don't sometimes respect a regular no. You got to go on and show your ass, for them to be like, okay then, okay, right. Unless they just try to beat you down or something like that. But anyway, that is what was Sensei. Keep on sending me those DMs or emails. We want to answer your questions the best we can in a short period of time. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk about the double standards, the good and the bad of it all. Make sure you call in. 678-383-2339. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we'll be right back.
I gotta pee. How long
I knew you would. That's why I didn't give you two.
Huh? Wait, I don't. Wait, how long do I have? Okay. Ooh, if I fall, Jesus.
Don't fall now.
Yeah.
Hey, Nelly.
I'm done with you. I'm done.
Hurry up.
It's cold.
It's not cold. I'm warm. What happened? The static? Okay. I don't really need that. Oh, yeah, she got two phones over there. Why it always got to be me first?
You ready, sister? Got some kind of new music for you.
I love when Syndy dance.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Hey, D.
Working on
Hey,
the weekend
Nelly.
like usual. Way off
Who
in
we
the
listening
deep
to? I
end
don't
like
know who that
usual.
I don't know, but it's like sensual.
Swear
You
they past
know,
us, they doing too much.
Got us all sensual in here with our wine and your sparkling some. Hey, who that?
Caught me slipping once, okay, so what?
I never know who artists are.
Me either. I don't either. Okay, so listen, we gotta get back into this conversation.
That's the new Future and Drake, just FYI.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of feeling that. All right. So, I want to ask you. This is before I get into the double standard. I really want to get into, Lyd.
Yep.
Speaking of double standards, would you interview a male to watch your kids?
Hell no.
Why?
No.
Why? Why not?
No.
Why not?
It's a negative stigma around. Well, first of all, to be quite honest, because of how damn dads are.
True. Okay.
So that's like dropping it down 6 levels.
Right.
I feel like there will still be a lack of structure.
Right.
Kids going to be doing what they want to do. And everything's going to be late or missed. So it's a no.
Okay, if you're listening and you have children or nieces, nephews, how do you all feel about having a male babysitter or many nanny? Mm-hmm.
What is the nanny helping out with?
You know what? Don't start now. Don't start. I can't. You see what she do to me? She do this every time she's here. Okay, so when it comes to a male babysitter, it's a no for me.
It's a no. And
It's
then
a
I
no.
have a daughter. Well, even with my son, I just wouldn't feel comfortable.
Daughter or son?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable with either.
Mm-mm. I'll be on that camera all day. I can't even enjoy my date night.
No.
Be on that camera.
Yeah, all day.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a double standard, but it is what it is for me.
Is, yeah.
And that ain't gonna change, you know. And as far as, you know, I have only a couple, you know, males outside of you know, a few, you know, uncles or whatever, certain ones.
Right.
That, you know, I would let watch my kids, you know, and I have to really, 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 really know them.
Right.
But it's a no for a male babysitter. I don't care how old you are, how many kids you got.
Yeah, it's a no.
It's a
and
no.
then I would question, like, because like females are nurturing, right? Just naturally. So it might be a young girl in college that don't mind watching kids, you know. But for like a guy, I would feel like you're like and this is a double standard, but I would feel like he's like pedophilish.
Yes.
Like, why would you want to watch kids?
Yes,
my
yes.
G?
So there was a story on the news the other day, the other day where there was a male elementary school teacher who was arrested for like roughing up a elementary kid student. I said, why in the world is there a male elementary school teacher?
I can't. No.
I was like, they not made for that. You know,
No.
he probably ran out of patience for that little kid.
Yes,
Shook
like,
him up a little bit
no.
too much.
Back in the days, Tom said when he was in college, he did like substitute teaching.
Oh no!
And I think he was teaching the 4th grade, and the little girl caught her cycle, and she told him, and he was like,
"What you want me to do?"
I know he was like,
He
I
ain't
think
got
he
nothing
said
for
something
him?
silly. I don't want to misquote him, but I know he told her to like go to the bathroom and she could have like whatever snack she wanted, or like it was something real silly.
That sound like
I
just
was
like a male. Like, well, what is that gonna do?
Right.
It ain't gonna do nothing.
She needs some. She needs some coverage. See, I'm drunk. She needs some coverage.
I know. Okay. So, all right. So we said it's a no for the male babysitter.
It's a no.
What about double standards when it comes to siblings or your children, putting one against the other, or no, you know what? Let's go back. Double standards with your own siblings.
What about them?
Maybe there's a favorite.
No.
No what?
No, I don't have favorites. I think I
No,
have.
I'm talking about you.
Yes.
With your siblings.
Yes. I think that I have a very unique.
I'm talking about a parent, your parent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Your parent having a favorite. And so that particular favorite, there's double standards. She's able to get away with things that the other one couldn't.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it ever okay to have a favorite? Or to show favoritism?
Okay, so this is how I feel, right? Holistically.
Okay.
Being a mom, I think I have the ideal family to not have favorites because I have a son,
a boy
and a
girl.
daughter,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Howsoever, I feel like when you have multiple children, and every child is different, it might be a little bit easier to pick a favorite depending on who's a little bit easier to deal with. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I am very conscious about favoritism.
Yes.
Now, depending on the age and the stage of life my kids have been in, one might be easier than the other.
Right.
And then it's switched.
Yes.
So it's not, but even if one might be easier this time and one might be easier this time, another time, I am very conscious about.
I am too.
Mm-hmm.
I am too.
But I definitely know some households where it is very evident who the favorite child is.
Yeah, I think that's unfair.
It is unfair, and it sometimes can draw a wedge between the siblings, and no one has done anything to each other, but they can't help, feeling that favoritism or feeling unloved or feeling like whatever they do is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got another one for you. Double standards.
Oh, Lord.
Double standards between an emotional woman and emotional man.
Yeah.
What?
An emotional man is frowned upon.
Oh, what was I watching? I was watching something on TV, and I think it was like a reality show. I can't remember what it was, but not like a reality show like Housewives, nothing like that. It was like kind of like I can't remember, but this guy, every time he talked, he was getting ready to cry, right?
No. See,
and so at first, because I know how I am about an emotional man. Like I want you to be able to, communicate. I don't want you to be so hardened where you can't communicate.
Absolutely.
But I don't need you crying on me every 5 minutes, man.
No, I can't.
Come on.
I can't deal with an emotional man.
When he cried when he first cried, I was like, okay, I'm gonna intentionally give him a pass.
Right.
Second time, I was like,
it's a no.
Third time, I was like, if he don't get on out of here with all that crying now,
it's a no.
I can't take it.
No, it's a no.
I can't. I did date a guy once. He wasn't like a crier regularly, but when
you
when
can't be a crier. I'm sorry.
I just was like,
listen,
dude,
I'm
stop
biased.
it.
You cannot be a crier. Like it's a no, because then how you gonna turn on the manly one? Because then if something transpires and you try to get on manly, I'm gonna be like
but you was just crying.
You was just crying.
Go cry me a river, sir.
Yes.
Like,
please
it's a no.
Thank you. I think I have less respect for him.
I can't take it. That's me, and that's a double standard. I'm sorry.
It's a
I
double
can't
standard.
take it. Yes,
Go
Michael.
Go ahead, Michael.
I'm saying, though, I be crying, though.
You be crying.
Bye,
No, you don't.
Bye, Michael.
Let me tell Tasha to call.
You from the Southeast.
I don't believe it.
From the Southeast, from Southeast.
What you be
no
crying
Southeast.
about? Nothing.
Undercover Boss. Commercials, like it was a Publix commercial for Thanksgiving where the little kid came home and the mama was trying to get his attention, and everybody was pulling him away because he coming home from college.
Bye, Michael.
And then she was like, I made some pie. He was like, oh, my boys are out there, I'm about to go. And then the mom was like, oh. And then next thing you know, he came back home. He was like, oh, I was waiting for this all day. That made me tear up.
I don't believe that at all. So sorry.
Yeah.
We don't believe you.
I don't.
We don't believe you. Mama Gladys said, one, who is sensitive enough to understand you, but we don't need him crying all. We don't want you crying on our shoulder.
No.
I mean, you just did it. I'd be like,
no.
I cannot take that serious.
I would laugh.
I would too.
Listen,
I'd be like,
I would be crying.
I would be a deer in headlights. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Listen, I would literally be crying.
Oh my gosh.
I would be crying. Like, I would
Laughing?
not. Yes. Like, probably hysterically.
I would be like, are you crying?
Like, are you
crying?
serious? Like, let me check your drawers. What's in there?
I can't. I can't. I that's the double standard that I can't. I can take an emotional, woman, as long as she just, don't be dramatic, with it all the time. But an emotional man, I can't take it.
No, it's a no. I'm sorry.
Listen, my son, I'd be like, and he's young, so they sensitive just in general.
Yes.
I'd be like, are you crying right now? Are you about to cry about this? I know you're not about to cry. And I think that's a double standard too. But I won't even say that. I say that to my daughter too.
Yeah,
I'm across the board.
Yeah,
I'm
I
across
am
the
too.
board. I'm just like, with Isaiah, I might say, are you crying right now? You don't want nobody to see, And then with Sin, I'd be like, are you crying right now? You don't never let nobody see you sweat.
Right.
So I'm across the board with it.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell them, save your tears for something really important.
Exactly.
Don't cry so much to where don't nobody take you serious.
Exactly.
We don't know when you serious or not. I can't take it. Yes, Michael.
Now, I was going to say a couple of days ago on the morning show, shout out to the awesome morning show here at Power 108.9.
Yes.
Mornings with Michael and Friends. Check them out Monday through Thursday at 7 a.m.
I'll take my coins for that plug.
Right. Plug.
While I'm here, so they recently did a story to talk about welcome to the Anti-Fight Club. It's a club called Every Man. It's a group of men that for one weekend last month, 55 men went up to Massachusetts in a chalet, and they opened up about their weaknesses and their insecurities to each other.
I think that's healthy. That's very healthy. That's very healthy. I think that's healthy.
As long as they're not crying and stuff.
No, so here's the thing. If it's 55 men there and there's more than 1% in there crying, cut.
Okay.
Veto.
Bring it on home, sir.
Bring it on
Coach,
home.
bring
Cry
it on
in front
home.
of me this time, okay? So you're going to cry right here.
Okay.
You're not about to go with your boys and be crying.
It's a no for me, sir.
Sensitive
No,
ass.
okay.
Listen.
Get your ass on
your,
home.
yes.
Go on in the room and close the door.
You want time out. Okay. For real.
Get yourself together.
And I dare you buck up. Oh, now you want to get strong?
Oh, now you want to be tough, huh? No, but I think it's a good thing. I think men do need to communicate and talk about their problem without, you ain't got to do all the crying and
Please
stuff,
don't cry.
But I do think that the fellas need to get together and talk amongst each, because there are a lot of things that they can't come to us as wives, as women, as girlfriends, as mothers. Don't bring me that, or we might get sensitive, or we might be like, well, this is what I've been doing all day because I ain't trying to hear,
Right.
kind of thing. But they still have their frustrations that they have a right to feel.
Yeah.
And sometimes just how we feel like women can only understand other women when it comes to certain things, I feel like it's the same thing for men.
Yeah. I think that it is, I mean, I'm joking around and stuff, but I think it is acceptable for men to cry, but you just can't be like a crier.
Right.
Like if I'm expressing my feelings, because, I speak very assertively. You know what I'm saying? I'm an alpha.
Go on and say
So
aggressively.
Yeah, I'm going to say aggressive. So I chose my words. Okay. So if I'm saying something like, every time I come in here, the garbage is not changed, yada, yada, yada. He's like, but I did it on Thursday.
Oh my gosh. I'm
going to say, pack your shit and go.
Okay.
Okay. You got to go.
The door.
Yes. Goodbye.
I can't take it.
I can't.
Isaiah, go to bed. Get off my feed. This grown folk talk. He's going to say, okay, Mom, I see you telling information. A mess. Okay, I got another one for you. Double standards on the financial status. When they have this whole thing about what you bring to the table kind of thing, is it a double standard where a female may not have everything together but is still suitable for a relationship, but a male may not have it together and so it's considered not suitable for a relationship?
I think to each his own. I feel like both parties should come to the table with something valuable for the relationship. But there are instances when men marry up too. I think we spoke about that before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it goes both ways in my book.
Okay. I think it goes both ways. I do think if I see a man grinding it out, so when Shorty and I met, he had just moved to Atlanta. I had made a vow that I would never date anyone without a job again. Okay, I'll say this, without a verifiable job again.
Right.
When I met him, he didn't have a job because he had just moved back to Atlanta. He had only been here 2 weeks, and but one thing that I saw about him was everywhere we went, whether we went to a restaurant, whether we were coming to see someone and they had a security guard at the condo, before we went up, he'd be like, "How you get that job here?"
Right.
Like, how you get that job?
Yes.
And in a matter, probably within a couple of weeks that I knew him, he had secured a security job.
Exactly.
And so if I see that in you, I'm good, because that just shows that you have there's no pride getting in the way of you doing what you need to do to take care of your responsibilities.
Exactly.
But a non-verifiable job, things kind of sketchy.
It's a no.
Forgot your wallet and I got to pay, or something like that.
You forgot your wallet?
Or something weird like that, I can't do it.
I can't do it. It's a no.
As far as financial status in the relationship, I personally believe that, both can do their thing or whatever. But I do feel like a male should, at minimum, be able to cover the
family,
the requirements, to our necessities. Yeah. I'll say that our necessity, our mortgage, our utilities, things like that. I feel like even if I make more,
that should be a bonus.
Yeah,
my dad taught me to never tell. Oh man, this probably not good.
What?
He said never tell your husband what you truly make, because it gives him an opportunity to dodge his responsibility.
I agree with that. When Shorty and I got together, I was hiding because I had that mentality as well. One, leaving a marriage, and then being in a scenario where I felt like because he knew what I made, he wanted me to, like help him out, So then when Shorty came along, I just would act like I didn't have much, and I didn't have much. Like I wasn't balling or nothing like that, but I acted, I didn't act like I didn't have much. And I had to like consciously, when I realized that I could trust him, like make an effort to not be secretive, about it. I would have stashes. Even when I started telling him, I still would have stashes. Yeah.
Social media question. Do I need to raise my hand every time I want to talk? Okay. Is that our thing now? Just raise my hand like a kid?
Because I like it.
I'm about to be 50.
Ooh, yes.
Anyway, so the comment came up, double standards. Are we still on, like, just what do you think about shared responsibility versus you do you? Because Syndy B, you just made a comment and people were wondering, like, with that comment, you said the man has to do this, and this in a marriage. Is it not shared?
Go ahead.
She said that he should be capable of covering everything.
But what if he's not?
Well,
he got to be slinging some good pipe.
Well, I mentioned two things. The first thing, listeners, I mentioned was, as long as I see that drive, he may not be there yet, because sometimes it might be a transition, it might be a loss of employment, it could be anything that happened, and he's got to repair. As long as I see that drive, I'm good with that, and I got us. I think a woman or man, but a woman should always be able to hold it down.
Absolutely.
And then I also said on the flip side, even if I make more, I feel like he should always be striving to take care of our necessities. Now, if I make a significant amount of money and our doggone mortgage is $30,000 a month, now that's not what I'm expecting him to do. But I am expecting some kind of contribution. So when you get to that kind of level where the woman is really, making a significant, then, that's a different conversation. But I'm just talking on a basic level where maybe you guys are making around, the same thing. You might be making a little bit more, just to where you feel like you can count on that person in some kind of capacity.
Right.
Whether it's, all the bills,
right,
or whether just, all right, I know he got the mortgage or whatever it is. Yes, I do believe it's a shared thing. But speaking of shared thing, I do know some households where they're married and everything is separate.
Oh.
And so when bills come around, it'd be like, can I get $1,200? Can I get $1,200?
Yeah, no, that's
you know,
not,
for the mortgage, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think I agree with you on the male should be capable of handling the bills. But I'm definitely like a 50-50 person. Like, I want to give just as much as you are.
Yeah, no, I do think that you should be able to hold it down. But then there's some households where the woman is a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And I don't think that she should be looked at as she's not given 50-50 because I feel like that man would not be able to go out the way that he's able to go out and grind if she wasn't at home taking care of the kids, you know, making sure the house is held down, probably handling, you know, his affairs as well.
Absolutely.
You know, making sure the kids are doing what they need to do, extracurriculars, academics on point and all of that. So
Being
I don't
at
want
home is a job within itself.
It is a major job.
And honestly speaking, I feel like it's a higher remuneration than working a job.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if the husband had to pay for the services that the wife completes when she's at home, he wouldn't have enough money to pay and live.
Exactly.
You would need the nanny to drop the kids off to school. You would need the cook to cook the things. You would need an accountant to pay the bills and make sure everything is straight in the house. Like, he wouldn't have enough money. Secondly, since we're talking about double standards, how do you feel about the mom or wife being a breadwinner and a dad being a stay-at-home dad?
You took that question right out of my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. I think it's okay as long as, you know, we feel like a team. You know, I just want to feel like a team. My husband always say, like, listen, when she really pop off, I'm staying at home with the kids. And I'm like, okay, babe.
And it's deserved for good fathers and good husbands.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
I feel like in some cases, men say they'll do that, but then when you come up and be like, hey, so what's for dinner? They be like, you know what, I'll take my ass back to work. This don't work for me.
Sometimes it's easier said. And I think everyone, even if they are a stay-at-home parent, whether it's the mother or father, that they should have something going on on their own. I don't care if it's volunteer. I don't care if it's volunteer. I just think it's something that they can be like, this is my thing.
Right. And then secondly, being a role model. Like, even like at-home moms, because I was at home for 5 years. But, you know, I'm an entrepreneur, so it's a little bit different. But still,
I call us a working stay-at-home moms.
Working. Yeah, because I'm producing income.
Right.
Like, significant income. It's not like I'm a kept woman.
But it doesn't matter, you know, whether you were.
No, but I'm saying I work hard.
Yeah, I know you
know,
do.
it's not like I'm eating bonbons while they in school. Or
right.
You know? But what was I saying? I just forgot. You know, I'm ADHD, self-diagnosed.
I don't know. You so crazy. Okay, but we have a question. I think I need a little bit more clarification. How does it work if you only give 50%? What do they mean? Do they mean 50% effort?
How does it work when you get 50%?
Oh, 50-50, meaning basically matching the effort, matching the for you. I guess you're the one who said it as far as 50-50.
Like, when I say 50-50, I don't mean like
dollar for dollar.
Dollar for dollar. I just mean like I guess it's 100. I'm giving 100. He's giving 100.
I think it just comes down to effort. I don't want to put a dollar amount on it.
Right. Yeah, it's no dollar amount.
Because there's times where, you know, Shorty and I he was making way more than me. There were times we were competing. Who was going to make the highest six figure for the year? And then there are times where I've been making more than him, and sometimes the month to month we don't know who going. You know what?
Let's talk about that too.
What's that?
When the woman makes more money, sometimes the male feels insignificant or insecure. They can't handle success of their wife like a wife can handle the success of their husband.
That is one of the I hate hearing the man can't handle it. Now there are some who are insecure. There are some, but I don't think that's the vast majority.
No.
I think what it is a woman has to understand a man, the nature of a man, and still make him feel like he's needed. You know, if he doesn't feel you making the money, you this, you gone, you know, you come home and you fussing, you know, about the kids, or you speak condescending to him, or whatever the case may be. I feel like it's more than just he can't handle that I make more. I can't stand that burns me up when I hear that, because I feel like Let's really dive into this a little bit more and see where the disconnect is before we label this guy as insecure and that he can't handle your success. Because unless this is a jealous man who's jealous of you just in general, then I don't think that he wants the worst for you. I feel like he wants the best for you.
I've seen it with one of my friends.
Give an example.
He was just not supportive, but like, so when she was, because they had been in a relationship for a really long time, and when she wasn't where she wanted to be financially, he showed her more support than when she actually got on her feet. It was like, oh, now you acting like that since you making yada yada yada, and that, to me, that's just like not. And then he would try to get in the way of her making more money. So signs like that, I'm like,
yes. Well, I mean, that kind of sounds like the other examples, and I'm not saying that it's not valid,
right?
But sometimes you didn't hear his side of the story, so therefore you can only take her perspective, which her perspective might be real to her.
Yeah.
But there might be a perspective to him where he feels like, okay, well, you have a lot of meetings with males. I don't know who these people are. Can you just communicate with me a little bit more so I can know what the hell's going on? Because I know that if I was out here in these streets meeting with women, having dinner meetings with women all the time, and you don't know what's going on and you're never able to come, you would have some questions. So those are scenarios like that. So, unless you have both sides of the stories and both perspectives, because her perspective may be true in her eyes, but it may not reflect the reality of both sides.
I agree.
So that is my deal. Let's see. We've got some comments. We'll mention them when we come back. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk about the double standards, the good and bad of them all. We've talked about the financial stats and all of that. I want to talk about double standards in regards to abusive relationships. Is it okay? Is it more acceptable for a woman to put their hands on a man every day, smacking him upside the head, calling him all kinds of names and all that kind of stuff? We're going to talk about that when we come back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Cred?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, what's up? This is Michael.
Yes.
So are we doing a break or no?
No.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, no, like I'm
Okay. No more breaks because we got things to talk about. Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. We are talking about the good and the bad of double standards. We have a few comments on here. We have RJ said, money should never define the health of relationships, even if the women makes more money. And we have April said, mompreneurs. That's right.
Yes, mompreneurs.
Listen, moms out there, stay-at-home moms, fine. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's selling jewelry, making jewelry, an online store. I don't care if you're only making $1,000 a month. Have your own at the end of the day. It'll make you feel real good. Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about double standards in regards to abusive relationships. So this is a big deal. And because, we hear about domestic violence, whether it's physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, financial abuse, all of that, when it comes to a male to a woman. Mm-hmm. But is there a double standard where we don't give enough attention and respect to the men who are being abused at home?
Yes.
So how would if you heard a story of a male being abused by a woman, what are your thoughts? What's the thoughts that come through your head if you were to hear that?
For one, I feel like he has leverage because he's a man and he's stronger and bigger. But it still doesn't give the woman a right to be abusive. But I feel like the man has more leverage because he's stronger. Like, he can just walk away.
Do you know what, in my opinion, what the biggest abuse is from women to men?
Verbal.
And they don't see it as abuse, but it is abuse, and it is unacceptable. And it's, in my opinion, deplorable because you are going to try and cut down that man, even if it doesn't. The fact that you are trying to cut down that man so hard, and you know he can't put his hands on you.
What about verbal abuse to children from parents?
Oh, definitely. Oh, I'm gonna come back to that because that breaks my heart. That is the low of the low. We're gonna come back to that for a second, but to children, ooh,
yeah, no, it happens.
Yeah, so I think women out there who think that you can get away with being disrespectful with your tongue to a level, because if you wouldn't say it to a woman who could smack you in your face,
hello,
then don't say it to a man just because you know he is the kind of man that's not going to put his hands on you.
Yeah.
Or you done pushed the man so far, he done smacked you upside the face. Now you want to call him the abuser. Now you've been.
Well, he can't smack her now.
I know he can't do that. But what if he did though? Is there ever a point where you push a man too far?
No. He has to have self-restraint.
Yeah, I agree. Now, you can shake him up like, just shut up, sit down. What are you doing? You can shake him up a little bit on the shoulder. But no, it's never an okay moment to put your hands on a woman just
or
because,
vice versa.
Well, definitely, you know.
On a man.
No. What's your thoughts, Michael?
No, I'm just saying if you're defending yourself, I mean, there are points.
Defending yourself is different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say it's never a time.
Okay, but what if wifey smacked you upside the face and you be like, pow, the backhand?
Nah, not that. I'm just talking, you know, for real. You know, she's coming at you with a knife or, you know, some crazy
gotcha.
stuff.
Like, yes.
She
going down.
Yeah, right.
She going down, okay? It's me or you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Back to what you said. Expand more on that.
What did I say?
You know,
I have a self-diagnosed ADHD.
Verbal abuse to your children.
Yeah, no, that's present.
I think that is the
I've
most.
I've witnessed it. It's a culture of it being done. It's an unspoken norm. It's not addressed, and it's not okay because what you tell your children, they'll believe. So when you say stuff like, okay, I'm not gonna touch that. When you say stuff like let's just say like a parent helping their child with homework. Mm-hmm. You know, most parents back in the day, they were semi-literate. Mm-hmm. They didn't really know how to do the homework. Mm-hmm. They expected you to know how to do the homework. Mm-hmm. And when you couldn't, you know, it would be verbal abuse.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about an example.
Like, look, what is 4 right. So if you got 4 dogs and you take away 3, how many dogs do you got left? Stop acting stupid.
I'm sorry, that's why I was laughing because I'm thinking of a scenario, you know, some different scenarios, and it's like the parent expects you. The louder they go, the more you're supposed to understand it.
Yes. No, but that homework, it is
of the worst.
I was in Target maybe about a year or so ago, and I was in the fitting room, and I was trying on clothes, and a mom was in there with her kids trying on clothes, and the way that she was talking to them, like, it was familiar to me because I've heard it, and you know, in the past, and I've experienced other people talking to their kids like that in my family, but she was just, and I felt so sorry for the kids, girl. I climbed underneath the thing and went in their dressing room.
Okay.
And I said, what makes you think it is okay to talk to her like that?
Okay.
And she and I got into it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I will call the cops on you. Yeah. Like, it's unacceptable.
I'm glad you did
know, like,
that.
sometimes when I talk to people about how I talk to my kids, I translate the message in a way where I'm not actually talking to the kid like
right.
But I don't talk to my kids like that. But I mean, she was just cursing him out and what the F is wrong with you and you trying to S on wrong. Stop acting
and it's so
stupid.
Unnecessary.
I'm like, we're in Target.
It's
and
so embarrassing.
The little girl was like, I didn't know. It's like she was walking on eggshells. You know what I mean? Like it's like the little girl felt like anything she would have done would have gotten her in trouble.
Right.
So I guess she was putting the clothes on too fast. She put them on backwards. Then she was putting them on too slow. And she like, you think I got all day? I'm in here buying you effing clothes.
It's
Girl.
like, don't buy me nothing then. Can we go home, please?
And she was like 6.
That's so hurtful. That breaks my heart to hear. I think that, you know, as adults and as parents, when we're dealing with our children, even our teens, you know, we shouldn't be in the business of breaking down spirits because you can't communicate with your spouse. You can't communicate with your significant other, or you can't communicate what you need with your boss or your manager. So you are just letting that little one or that teenager have it. And I think it's unacceptable. We have verbal abuse is definitely not acceptable towards anyone. Words can be detrimental, and it's the truth, especially at that age.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, can you imagine how hurtful? How hurtful? Yes. Oh, we had another question. How hurtful? You know, a child could.
It was
feel.
unbearable.
Oh my gosh! Well, clearly,
yeah. But I never mind my business.
Well, you know, but sometimes those things are...
I'm serious.
Sometimes those things are necessary.
Let me lighten it up a little bit. When I go to the bathroom in public places, I haven't done this in a really long time, but like after I had Ming and I went to the bathroom in Publix, and this lady came in the bathroom and she was making number 2. So I knocked on the store and I was like, excuse me. I said, I'm sorry, but can you just hold off for 1 minute? I said, I just had a baby and I got a really weak stomach.
Good. You know what?
I got a really weak stomach. So can you just like hold off for a second? And that didn't work out.
All right. One more. Double standards. Okay, wait. Before I do the last one.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
You got a nasty one? I ain't got a nasty one.
I don't.
If one come up, feel free to bring it up, okay? No, double standards, and let's go back to dating because we only touched on it like, you know, a second.
Oh, yeah. We
should you pursue
a man?
A woman. Pursue a man.
I can't.
Me
I
either.
cannot.
I
can't. You may be fine and you may have on some gray sweatpants and the print might be out and everything, but...
You got to take it.
I'm a stare all day, but it's a no.
It's a no for me. It might be a double standard, and hey, if you're a woman out there that you know is okay with pursuing, hey, go.
It's some
go
women
and
that will pursue. I don't know why, but I feel like it comes across as kind of desperate.
Whether it's desperate, you know, it could come across as desperate, and that kind of might be your personality. But I do feel a man's nature is to pursue.
Yes.
And if he didn't pursue you, I'm not quite sure if he necessarily wanted you like that.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, we out of time, boo.
No, see, I can't. I'm upset.
Don't be upset. All right, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
At True Superstar.
It's True with no E.
Right. It's TR. I got to close my eyes to say it. Okay. It's at TRUSUPASTAR. I'm so dumb.
You know what? And on Facebook.
My Facebook is Lydia Tunstall. TUN is in Nancy. ST is in Tom. ALL.
Yes, exactly. And you all know that you can find me on Instagram at the Syndy B. Spell my name right. SYNDY. And as well on Facebook as well. And you can also find me Syndy Buchanan on Facebook as well as thesyndyb.com. And you make sure you come here every Thursday ready and tuned in as every Thursday at 7:00 p.m. to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we love you and we thank you. I love you. I'll see you next week. Ciao.